There was a time my daddy did not pay my brother's school fees, not because he did not have the money, but because he said my brother did not deserve him paying his school fees.
That there are men that have so much high ego. Their ego is so high, with so much audacity, that they will tell a lady to leave that place she's doing and let's manage the peanuts together. They will make her a housewife, make her to live her purpose, what she wants to do, her own career, just to be a housewife in the house. And on top of that, they are very ungrateful, very nonchalant in the home.
See, when they pay Robo my brother, they give change you fuck up your way. I don't understand.
Since they don't allow woman make decision for even in Nigeria, everything on the scatter.
For a very long time now, everyone has been asking, where is Talk Nation and everybody in it? We are back. Let us give a round of applause for the long break that went and everything. I would like for you to know that this episode is powered by Labor Connect. You can download the app through iOS or Play Store and get every work activity there. We are gradually turning into a huge nation, and today we have so many persons as panelists. We'll be addressing a very important issue, a very important topic. It has to do with marriage. I will want to know, the viewers out there want to know, every panelist out here is here to educate us on what really is the thing on marriage. Do we prefer the marriage of the olden days marriage, or the modern marriage? And as we proceed, we have heard in Nigeria, there are countries, there are cultures, I say country, there are cultures like Urobo, Isoko, Akwa Ibom, that the men acquire multiple wives. So I want to ask, it's going to be an emotional episode because we have ladies and they want to die. It's not good, is it? No, you don't expect that one. So I want to ask, is it right? Do we prefer the modern type of marriage where we have one man to one woman, or the old form of marriage where a man can just acquire his father's property, build huts everywhere, marry wife, put in this one, put in that one, put in that one, and they live happily ever after? So I want to know. So I'll be starting from Fortune.
Okay. Well, first, to me, the ancient times traditions are not really okay by me, because tell me why, as okay, let's take Robo as a case study. As an Robo man, you would want your wife to serve you while kneeling down, whereas you're not even the one providing. Like in these modern times, we see young men trying to strive.
Please, we would like to understand there. You said, whereas he's not the one providing.
Yes.
Wait, you said something. That the wife is expected, I hope we're listening, the wife is expected to kneel and serve her husband. Right?
Ancient times.
In the ancient time. Okay, it does not happen again.
Doesn't happen.
But the man is not providing.
The man, most times, the ladies are the ones doing the work.
Is that how it happens in Urobo culture?
Most times, not for everybody. I cannot generalize it, but
Okay.
for most times, women, if you mention Urobo, like they will tell you that yes, women are very, very hardworking. They are very, very hardworking when it comes to the men. Most of the men, you see that dry gym, early morning, they turn out for the girls. You understand? For grand, they turn out for the girls. Whereas you see the women going out there to actually go and look for their daily bread. Yes, I know what I'm talking about.
Maybe we should assume that Proverbs 31 women were the ones that existed. Proverbs 31 women existed then, and probably they've turned to something else these days. You understand? Because personally, I feel that even though it's not right for a woman to be the only person making provisions for the family, it's just a normal thing for a woman to be part of an agenda to build a family, and she coming in economically is not bad. If I'm making sense. So the idea of she making provision then and she being the one needing to present, it's just personally I don't think that it's just a way of being submissive to your husband. let's put it that way. That okay, a woman kneels to serve her husband.
No.
It's just a way of being submissive.
That's it.
Okay,
I
now
think
I personally think that all culture should go to the Yoruba culture now to go and learn submission. The women should go there to learn submission.
no.
That
You're not
no
wrong.
matter how much you try to provide or afford the family, you still kneeling to show reverence to the person that God calls your Lord. It's not bad.
Because modern girls will not kneel to acknowledge their husband that way, especially when they are the one that provided the food that the man want to eat. Who are you?
For me to even provide the food in the first place.
That means you're not a
You
man.
are not a man.
Okay.
Men are
You
meant
are
to be
not
the
a man.
providers.
Yes, you guys are
You should
created
not
to
even use your mouth to
provide
say that. I beg.
I should not need on top my own money. I won't do it.
We really get Gen Z for this
I will
series.
not do it.
And
Never.
then
Times have changed. Polygamy reigned in olden days because most women saw their life was centered around the man. They feel that after acquiring maybe the basic education, most of them didn't even go to school. Their fathers will take them maybe to. I think that was when arranged marriages reigned.
Yes.
You just marry off your daughter to one family and they bring respect to the man. They feel like yes, they've done a lot and they've achieved. They have good daughters that have obeyed their instruction. I actually grew up in Delta, and my mom's side my mom is an Upe woman. My grandma actually married to a chief. He had 4 wives, and my grandma was the third. Actually, he bought her a house, like our own place where we stayed and everything. But if we're talking about modern times, I would not say if a woman really cherishes the idea of polygamy, I feel she just maybe the man is very rich. Let's use Negoko, Regina Daniel and Negoko. I will not really defend that Regina is really enjoying Regina Daniels is enjoying that marriage. From my own experience, when I was in a relationship with a guy, he's an Isoko guy. We're no longer together. Slowly was trying to make me be normalized with the system that men, Urobo men, we cannot be faithful to one woman. And I was asking myself, though he had money, he was this and he was that. I was asking myself if I was truly happy. The tiniest thing that if I hear is in a hotel, I'm actually very worried. So if a girl is actually okay with this whole polygamous thing, she's contented that this man is rich and will provide her with everything. But I'm not sure she's truly happy.
Exactly.
And to be honest,
Because love comes with jealousy, first of all.
to be honest,
The idea of your man with multiple women, it's crazy now.
That's
God
very
forbid.
true. But to be honest, I feel like where the money will solve things emotionally, the man cannot be available for more than one wife and children and kids. Network that we are using as a topic, polygamy that's working in Nigeria or in modern times. Let's also realize because even though as a young lady that has been brought up in Benin City, I have seen women actually being providers in the home, where the husband will have the guts and the audacity to still have strings of side chicks. But that's not what we're talking about now. So talking about the man being rich or being a chief or this or that, emotionally the man cannot be able to divide himself, whether you like it or not. Something would go wrong. Why as a man, why can't you be contented having just one woman? Don't you claim to love that woman? Why can't you be contented having just her?
But I want to take us back. The truth is that multiple marriage to multiple women had economic reasons back then. Yeah. So women were used to fulfill economic goals. Not really. It wasn't really a love affair. It was come, get married and start farming. Start giving birth to 13 and 25 and start farming. It was economic driven. Unlike the transition we've experienced in time we've seen now, people are now more inclined to, do you love me? Do you care about me? So it's more of a personalized stuff these days. And I must say this, the truth is that what we had in the past has actually in a way dampened the humanity of women. I won't lie. It's the reason why is that last night I sent a post to my WhatsApp and I said, when you see a man quarreling with a woman and you tell the man, now woman you dey follow talk, now woman you dey listen to, that statement, a woman might think that this man is supporting me. But no, he's actually trying to desecrate your humanity, that you are not a human being that should be considered in a conversation or in a quarrel. If a man actually stands to quarrel with you as a woman, it means that to an extent, he sees you as someone that has a stake in something. That's why he wants to even hear your voice concerning something. So the idea of someone saying that, oh, this woman, so that aside, women were married off then for economic and for status reasons. Still in the sense that when women then had the apogee of their success as childbearing. Once you can give birth as a woman, she don't forfeit. She has done what she needs to do in life. That was what they were seeing. They were more seen as baby factory. That is that the most of our pro-democracy fight was done by men. Women were not really involved, except for the About Women riot that really was spurred by women who knew themselves then. So we are still finding it difficult to see women who know themselves today because of how society in the past had dampened the humanity of women. That's what
So wait, now what do you mean by women who know themselves today? Like, what do you mean by that? Like, what are you trying to say about
Thanks for that question. When I say women who know themselves, it means a lot.
Okay.
It means a woman who knows that she is not meant to just sit and be taken care of. A woman who knows that more to her being a body with a big hole between her legs, she can be a career person, she can be excellent at something, she can be somebody whose voice should matter in a topic. Example, obvious equity. You see that woman now, she's being vocal. People anywhere say that she's a venerable citizen of the country. Do you know what it means to see a woman and say this is a venerable citizen of the country?
Okay,
It means she has thought of herself as more than just being a mother of children and a kitchen woman.
okay, now
That
let
is
me
it.
say something. In this aspect, you are saying that women should be more vocal. You are saying that women should be like stand their ground, be more. You know, men of this generation, they don't like women that actually know the truth. They like stupid women.
So what?
Yes, men of this
Someone that will
generation.
sheepishly follow them
So
and they
sorry,
will
so
write
sorry.
That
you.
is stupid.
That's big.
That is
sorry,
what
what?
you
So
guys
no,
like.
They will cover
So
it.
women
Women
tend to turn themselves into somebody that
So,
is very stupid.
how do you mean
They are-
stupid?
And they call themselves feminine.
The idea of
women.
submission you
Feminine
spoke
women.
about,
Yes.
kneeling down, doing your bidding. The kind of woman you projected that you, for 21st century woman that you say you like, I don't think we have that anymore.
Sorry.
You
I
know-
never said I like such a woman because I won't even want to have a wife that kneels in front of me to present food.
Except for
I should
that.
be seeing a person that in public I should even bow down to.
No.
I'm
apart
not planning to have, I cannot be keeping a kitchen woman in my house.
Except
I
for
actually
that.
pray to God personally that if I can have a wife like Obi Ezekwesili, it matches my strength and my desires for life. That is it.
So you know, in the older days, women were groomed to respect men, and they were naturally groomed to understand that men are polygamous in nature. So, but in the nowadays, like women, we are civilized that we don't admit to like over submission, being like, babe, please, babe, that, baby this, baby that. We don't do that anymore, and it's
Baby Ken, baby they call them. No be Papa Junior, they call them for holidays.
Are we saying that? I want to ask a question. I'm throwing this question to the house.
Okay.
Are we saying that those women that knelt down to serve their husband, to greet them, make love, and do all those things that they do in Delta State and everything, are you saying that they are stupid?
No. Sorry,
Why saying they are
kneeling before a man is just a symbol of respect and submission. It does not mean anything. It's just like Obi Ezekwesili kneeling to her husband. It does not bring her to the level of a nobody.
Mr. Amadi.
Because
Just
if we should go,
submission.
if we should go,
Why you big on that? Big D, you're big on that.
No,
Wait, no,
but Big D,
No,
what me I
personally,
feel
no,
like,
okay.
Mr. Amadi,
It is
you
big
said
on
you
that
don't
now.
want a lady that is like dependent on you. I feel like gone are the days when women tend to depend on their husband. Also, gone are the days when women tend to be over submissive. When I mean over submissive, when they do symbolic things like kneeling down to present the food. If that time has passed when they can depend on you, then it has also passed when they have to kneel down and present food.
sorry, in the first place, let me tell you something.
Man, no agree.
You can actually kneel to poison the person.
Mhm.
You can actually kneel to disrespect the person. Kneeling is not mandatory. Why should my wife
We are
be
using
kneeling to present
symbolically.
food to me on a dining table when she looks more beautiful sitting by my side? I don't know. I don't know if you understand. What I'm trying to say is that what I'm trying to say is that a woman being submissive does not mean she has to kneel. She has to bow down. See, let me shock you.
Okay.
There's a level a woman would even get to in her career, in her pursuit. As a man that has sense, that is not one that wants to lord over a woman. There's a respect you give to her.
Exactly.
There are some statements she should make to you about certain things, and you should give her the liberty to do things the way she wants to do things. Because personally, I
Exactly.
think that even positions get into our heads. Not to talk of a woman that is now somewhere that is. So I mean, what I mean is that she's not cheating on you. She's probably doing her basic duties. She's preparing for, and sorry, going by traditional laws of if a woman does not cook for you, she's not submissive. Sorry, I don't buy into that.
So I have something to say.
Okay.
If a woman kneels for you, those days, men were providing 100%.
Thank you.
So the women were the ones taking care of the children, the home, and everything. So even if she wants to kneel down to serve, it's like thank you, or like it's a way of appreciating him. But you cannot bring that to modern age when men are shouting equality, 50-50.
No,
Yeah,
not men.
Princess.
Not men are shouting equality.
Princesses.
Women are shouting. Women are advocating for equality.
No,
Not men.
Do men
No,
do that?
most
No.
men
Men do that.
nowadays.
Not be man. As a man, I go there.
Irresponsible men
Big
that
D,
want
they split
respect.
In Nigeria, in Africa.
Yes.
Sorry,
No, that's
okay,
not
They
true.
go with
Me
this
and
idea
Priscilla
of
are
sorry, I will not take that.
So Mildred.
See, Big D in Benin here where we are.
Sorry, wait. She said 50-50 is irresponsible of a man.
Why would a man be demanding 50-50
Okay.
with his wife? Like, what's the manpower there? Where is the
Mr. Amadi, I have a question
Thank
for
you.
you.
Says to us,
What
it's
way?
fine.
What?
Thank
What
you.
if you
I-
are your right?
I don't.
And the woman also has responsibility of taking care of the children. But when the children have bad behavior, now it's the woman. The woman.
I don't
Mama
altogether
spoiler.
agree that 50-50 should be the case. What I mean is that if the Bible says, as we know, because the marriage because marriage as a thing comes from God, right? If we say that the Bible says that one shall chase 1,000 and two shall put 10,000 to flight, it means that there is this place of synergy. I am not advocating for 50-50. I mean that a woman should have input into the house. Am I wrong to say that?
No, as a
Mr.
woman,
Amadi, I have a question for you. I'm sorry. I have a question for you. You were saying some. She said that there are some men that their wives feed them at home, and you said that you don't mind women putting input into the home. So, are you saying you are comfortable with the fact that you will not be doing it? As far as your wife is well-to-do, you sit down, relax. She pays the school fees, she pays the house rent, she does everything.
She takes care of the
And
children.
still takes care of the children, takes care of you, and you do nothing about it financially, and you are okay with it. Is that what you are saying?
Success. That's where I have an issue.
I can never be happy or comfortable with that.
That's where we know.
You have an issue.
I hope
Yes, that is where
there
I
are
have an
tribal
issue.
yes. There are tribal inclinations to that. I know because I know land of the Urubus, and they do that a lot. That you see guys that they want to. I think it's culture. Culture is the way of life of people. It's how they've been brought up over
That's
time.
My question is,
You understand?
are you in support of that culture?
I'm not in support of that culture,
Fine and good.
with exception
Fine
to
and good.
with exception to other reasons. In the sense that you realize that a man and a woman can come to an agreement that, oh, see, as a woman, I am earning a lot.
Okay.
As a woman, I am earning a lot.
Okay.
My money long.
All right.
Man, what do you think? Should I resign and we lean on yours? Or you resign from what I see as meager and lean on mine.
If you were in that position, will you
You should
resign?
take care as a man. You should clean up
Mr.
the
Madi,
house.
Sorry.
thank you.
No,
That's
that's
where I
children.
was
Let's answer the
heading.
question.
That was where I was heading.
If
In
you are
that position.
if you're
You
in
should
that
give
position
birth
as a
to
man,
children.
you have
No,
a wife or a
shit.
fiance.
How do you
That's
get
not
children?
you one house, please. One house, please. You
Shall we give
are
it to
you
you?
have
I'll
a
put the womb
fiance
for him.
or a
Okay.
wife, and she does excellently well financially. And compared to yours, your income is like peanuts. Not like as if you're not doing well, but compared to her, it's
yeah.
like peanuts. And she says, okay, baby, let's do some analysis. Let's talk things. Do you resign and then you wash the dishes at home? You wash the clothes. You take
God
the dishes.
forbid!
Calm down,
Don't
baby.
fear
Or
Okay.
I will
I
never.
resign and then I join you.
Hey,
Let's
whoa.
suffer together. Let's manage your peanuts.
No.
We will manage the
See,
peanuts.
One thing
We
should-
shall manage the peanuts.
I won't agree to
Mr.
that.
Madi, is
sorry.
that not being
no.
unrealistic?
One
Is
thing
that not being unreasonable?
one thing
Ah,
you must
not
understand
reasonable.
is this. We have different perspective and passion of life.
And I want to know your
Career,
perspective.
yes, exactly. Career for me is tied around purpose, around what I am meant to do on earth. So I can't leave that to start tending to a child.
Why not?
Neither can I tell my wife to start what? Taking care of a child.
And leave her own
Thank you.
So we can get help.
Now, thank God for the life we are living now. There are alternatives to that to ensure that the child is well brought up, even in the absence of this parent figure. Well, the truth is that a child becomes more sensitive to societal happenings when he or she is probably above the age of 5.
Okay.
So at that point, the child now schools and comes home to meet father and mother, who then in turn carve out time to relate to the child. You don't have to necessarily leave a career you are pursuing because of a child.
Okay. Do you know that there are men that have so much high ego? Their ego is so high with so much audacity that they will tell a lady to leave that thing she's doing and let's
your
manage
job.
the peanuts together. They will
Of
make
course.
her a housewife,
Yeah.
make her to leave her purpose, what she wants to do, her own career, just to be a housewife
Is-
in the
And
house.
you guys
And
end
on
up
top of
cheating,
that,
manipulating her.
they are very ungrateful,
Ha.
very nonchalant in the home.
Somebody
What
should
is
please
your
tap
house?
Success back.
The audacity.
So, see,
tap her
Success.
back.
See.
We should not say it's on men.
Please.
Let's use Benin men as case studies.
Very
You were so shy.
If-
They have the audacity.
Let's not be specific.
want to-
They are lazy
all cultures.
and they will still be.
It is in all cultures.
No, in all
So when
cultures.
you-
It's not in all
all
cultures.
sir.
Now,
Let's
No.
see. Let's see.
There are some-
Let's
Now
see what
look at
happens.
this. Look at this.
That
Look
man
at
is
this.
sweet, oh. Eh,
Hello,
bad
people.
demon.
Look at this.
Isha is nothing to
As a woman, if you
Excuse
come
me, ma'am.
as a woman, if you come to that,
Naija is sweet.
as a
pass.
woman, if you come to that knowledge in your marriage, it is what you accepted from courtship. Because that's why I said that when I was listening to Apostle Suleiman, he said, whenever you are with a woman during courtship, people should engage in conversations, not copulation.
Yeah.
A lot of times they jump into bed, this one. Talk to a woman and just that these days people shy away from this conversation.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they
All
expect
they
them
do
later.
is go to home and away and this.
Fantasy.
All they do is give me turkey, give me this one. I don't understand. Take
They
a
so
drink,
pretend
take
though,
a
they
drink,
pretend
take a
they
drink,
don't. Let's be
and
honest.
talk.
Ask questions.
While people are talking,
You get
as
to
a
know.
smart girl, you begin to perceive that this
Yes.
guy would want to lock me over. So we can't continue with this. Because personally, I won't keep a woman. See, I've seen my mother do a lot
Okay.
in pursuit of what she does. So I can't keep a woman. I want you to think of Showe by okay, what would have become of Natasha if Obi Ezekwesili was kept at home? Obi Ezekwesili is the person advocating for the humanity of Natasha now. What would have become of that girl? That woman wouldn't have become Minister of Education if she had a man that kept her. So keeping a woman or in beating a woman for a very long time or forever because of children or whatever or homekeeping is not. And let me tell you something. The idea of homekeeping is not what used to be. A woman does not have to cook food for her to look submissive. If una get money scatter and people can hire a professional chef, why should that woman still be in the kitchen? I don't know how you see
Just
things.
because tradition demands it.
All right. One house. Okay. Phenomenal.
I want to say something.
Phenomenal.
Yes, personally.
Like these women that go down on their knees to serve their husbands and all that, that's being submissive, extremely submissive, loyal and all. Do you know at the end of the day they're still being rubbished by these men? Like,
Ow.
what
Exactly.
do you have to say?
Ow.
Yes, sir.
No, like
Ow.
Men
You
of
like
this
wait,
age
hold on.
don't
You
deserve
see,
that.
Sorry, sorry.
Wait, now,
sorry,
hold on.
Finish.
sorry.
Let her finish.
Sorry,
She's
that-
not.
Wait, hold on. I'm
okay.
sorry. Let me land. You see a woman that is she's very committed, she's devoted to her marriage.
Okay.
She takes care of the children, the husband and everything. She's extremely submissive. Do you understand? But she's still being rubbished by men.
In what aspect?
See this.
Disrespect, like a lot of things.
I will beat
See, you know that
Beating, like,
men
so
of
what?
this age
I'm
men
sorry,
don't
I'm
deserve
sorry, I'm
submissive
sorry.
women.
That is what I want to make people understand now through this podcast. See, as a woman, what will keep you more beautiful, more attractive, more valuable to the man you are married to, let me tell you for now, is what you do with your life as a woman. It's not really about what you do with the home. If you're a career woman and you are pursuing a career and still mindful of your home, you cannot be seen as a pushover. The idea of you as a woman being seen as someone as stupid, I mean, what is this? What is that? What is that? Is how you have actually agreed to put yourself. Because if you have a thriving banking career before you met a man, why are you not ditching that because you want to be married to a man?
You said something now. You said, as long as the woman can manage her career and the home,
The home.
there's no issue.
Yeah.
That's and the home. I want us to know something. I want to be asking some questions now. What is marriage?
The union between
What is marriage? Let us first know.
Marriage is the union between the man,
union
of course.
between a man.
Two
It's-
halves coming together
To become
to form
one, right?
Yeah.
If two has come together to be one, then if we're talking like this, it's as though there is division, there is that rift between two of them. I will say this because even, I don't know, I heard that even Jonathan, President Jonathan, got that slot through his wife. She should have said, okay, I want to run for president or something. But she felt like, okay, my husband is my lord, is my head.
Lord.
So,
And she gave him the slot for him to run. That's what I heard. For him to run. So I would want to understand that if women can imbibe that normal,
no,
that norm of, even if they want to do that thing, then you still seek counsel of their husband, of their, see him as their head before they do those things.
Sorry. Let's narrow down to what you just said. The truth is that the idea of Dame Patience, if allegedly Dame Patience gave
Her husband.
her husband that position, now look at something. Dame Patience giving her husband that position was strategic. Owing to the fact that she understands that the society is patriarchal, that she won't have a chance as a woman. If Dame Patience had contested, that party go for close. That is the patriarchal society we are in now. Now, my idea is that to actually counter what my friend here, Mildred, said, it's not two halves coming together actually.
Okay.
It's two complete people coming to synergize. That is the thing. Because if it's half now, it means that I am trying to come and find completeness in you. And if that is the case, it means that in the case of a divorce, we are not going to be having two maladapted people into the society again. People who are now abnormal because a part of me have left me. So it is two full people coming. Because look at it now. If really the impatience helped, what's his name? Jonathan to power. It means that Jonathan was actually already on the path to become whatever it is he wanted to become. Because I learned that Jonathan was a governor of a state before he became. So it means that he was already on a path to whatever it is that he landed himself in eventually. So it means that we shouldn't all come together, or as a man and a woman, with the hope that when I enter this man's life now, God of Israel, all my sorrows will be wiped away. It is not so.
I believe that.
So,
I want to answer your question, BD. There are some ladies that they do not mind being the one, doing more. I won't say completely now, but doing more of the paying of bills and sorting out financial things in the home. They do not mind. But a situation where the man, his ego, will make some certain things happen. In the sense that, tell me why a lady took it upon herself that my man is not financially capable at this point. Let us fix things. I pay the children's school fees. I do this. Nobody's going to hear, not even the children. It's just going to be between both of us. But you as the man, because of your ego and because of your pride, you start treating the woman in a very in a very bad way, in a very undeserving way.
How now?
At that
Me, I
point,
know how.
okay, let me give you an instance. Let me give you how. Let me answer your question. That woman now ought to be respected. You need to see this woman as somebody that has helped you, because if she was
You need to help
Exactly.
her. Help
But
her
their,
with home.
their ego won't let them.
She's already doing too much.
exactly,
You cannot
you need
even
to help
her.
her. I'm not talking
Some
about
men
it
are
might not
ungrateful,
always
to
be
be
chores.
honest.
Yeah.
It may not always be chores. There are other ways you can help a woman that you know is helping you financially.
Yes.
Because if that woman did not have that finance, you as a man, and you'll be castigated in front of your children, and you'll be castigated in the society as a useless man. She has helped you to build your
just
ego.
helping you financially. Let's
Now,
not
now,
she's
now,
helping
now.
you
Just hiding
financially.
his shame.
and
She's
at
hiding
home.
his shame. You as a
Now.
man, you
What's
should
that?
know how to pamper that
Wait,
kind
I
of
want
Now,
to say
now, now,
something.
see,
Wait,
now,
I want to
now.
say something, Mr. Amadin, concerning the same issue, whereby the woman should bring like 80% or and all. Most men, I know of a guy. This I'm being factual here. He said to me that Fortune, I cannot allow my woman to be making more than me. Yes.
That's an enemy
Most
problem.
men, he said it.
Go
And
get
most
one
men-
mentality
not
most
know.
And most
I know
men, they have that
most.
mentality.
It is
Men
true.
actually
Most
intimidate
men,
you.
They
they
have
have
not
that
allowed their
mentality.
women to
You know why?
actually
Very-
more than
Now,
You know why?
because they
now,
want to
now, see,
command
now,
even
see,
baby.
now, see, now, see.
I'm sure
What
baby
she has
has
said
that
now,
mentality.
what she has said
They
now,
are the Saudi.
Very much so.
what she has said now,
Which
eh,
mentality?
what she has said
You
now,
can-
he will say to a
My
girl,
wife now.
he will say to the
Correct
girl
wife.
he wants to get married to, and the girl will still what? Foolishly enter that marriage with her career. Sorry, a lot of times our predicaments are choices we made.
No, that's why I say women, the kind of men women want are women that are stupid. Like they love women that
No.
are
I believe
No.
that everything is
Sorry.
understanding.
everything is understanding,
a lot of time,
but men like
a
stupid
lot of
women
time,
more.
a lot of times, men don't have this psychological balance that anyhow the money they come, we just gotta do. That's they feel that if it's not okay, really, and it's true. Part of it is that a man feels more manly when
Okay.
money comes from his pocket
Mhm.
to make provision for the house. You see that? But now, what I'm saying is this: if you as a woman, you're not disrespectful while providing, and the man sees it as this woman should give us more paper, small problem. That is an identity crisis he's having within himself. It's a problem of his, not yours anymore.
So, Mr. Madi, so I should provide for the home and also take out time to rub your ego.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Okay.
Okay, sorry, no,
let us
please,
be
before she continues, how do you mean rub your ego?
When you said, what did you mean by when you said, as far as the woman is providing, but she's not disrespectful? What
Must
did
it
you
be
mean by that?
disrespectful?
No, I mean, what? Because there are some certain
Must it be
things. There are some
disrespectful
certain
while
things you
providing?
regard as disrespect. So I really want to know before I
Yes,
bring
what
in
are
my
these?
facts. What
Which
do
one you bring the
regard-
food come look me
what
bad
do
like when you have in the
regard-
food? You disrespect me now.
No, see,
So I'll not be to say,
No fit
is it
provide,
because you
abeg, I'm
is it
not
because
tired.
you brought
sometimes,
is it
exactly, yes, sometimes disrespect.
That's
Okay.
where it
Sometimes.
comes.
Exactly.
Sometimes,
That's where it
Let me
sometimes,
give you
is it
the
disrespect?
Baby, I'm sorry,
That's
I
where
cannot
it comes in.
provide.
you will look me bad like when you give me the food, you know?
If you don't like the food, then leave the
I'm
food.
not a
and eat.
man.
something.
A lot of
Wait,
times.
yeah,
A
eat
lot
it.
of
Let me say something. I
Don't
want to
eat
say
it.
something,
Just leave
please.
it there and
I feel
starve.
like-
It's as
Now
simple
why
as
now
that.
why
Sorry,
men don't
wait,
let me
she's
woman they get
talking.
money
Next
She's
time
talking,
you go
she's talking.
provide.
So let me know it's
I
okay.
feel like men in general, they have this pride in
Of
them.
course, that's what about men.
No,
Please, sorry,
yes,
allow,
fine.
please, sorry. Yes, yeah, no, see, that's
like,
true. It's the ego.
because-
Let's
yes.
talk.
Because you said something, a woman that is providing, like at that point or at that period of time, the man isn't able, he doesn't have the financial capacity, right? So the woman is the one, like, taking care of things in the home. So there's the way you should appreciate her and don't feel like because you're not the one providing or she's a woman, you tend to like have some kind of pride and disrespect her. It doesn't make any sense.
Funny how
Harry.
it
Sorry,
is.
sorry, please, sorry.
All right. So concerning this submission of a thing,
I feel like it's difficult for women to submit.
yeah, exactly. I
It's
feel
very
it's
difficult.
naturally
It's
women
because
does not
two
like the idea of
equals.
submission. The minute we get submission, we tend to frown.
Think
It's
that
a-
slavery.
It takes the grace of God
I
and
think
understanding.
so.
Then in the Bible it says, "Men, love your wife." Let's picture submission as approach. We both want to buy ice cream, and let's say the ice cream I want is 10,000 naira, and you can't. Maybe I've been buying unnecessary things in your own language, and you give me the pros and cons of me getting that 10,000 naira ice cream. If you say it, we say it with love and understanding for me to see reason why. Oh, I should rather go for the 2,000 naira ice cream instead of the 10,000 naira. I'm going to respect your decision and go for that one. But you know that sometimes women, people can relate to this. When you feel very angry, you want to retaliate, and maybe the anger, he says it in a soft way, and you are motivated to agree. You feel angry that because you wanted to actually burst, but you cannot burst because of the soft way.
Yes.
And
Yes.
those
Address
voice
things.
notes, those voice notes that you will delete, you already done the voice note, so you will not play it back, you delete it.
Respect also, respect and
I'm a
submission also
candidate
comes
of
from
that.
the
I
man.
swear.
You cannot tell me that you
Jazmine
love
don't
your
go play a
wife.
lot.
You cannot tell me that you love your wife, and probably your wife, she has maybe, let's say weekend now, Monday to Friday, she has been going to work or cooking. Oh, and she says, honey, I have a place to hang out. And just say, go and my friend, go and sit down there or go to the room and read your book. That is not love. Understand with her. Say, okay, what time will you come back? You get not necessarily like shunning her off, like as if
Okay.
she's scared. You don't need
Well,
to
we're talking
make her
about the
feel
submission
Sorry,
stuff.
please, sorry, let me just come in here. That idea, I told people, I've said this sincerely. And you girls, you also imbibe this thing. Don't allow a man, when he takes you out, to now start using what he buys to cover the conversational part of your arrangement.
No,
Stop it.
Mr.
Stop
Amadin,
that, please.
you
Sorry,
that
allow me land.
Okay.
Allow me land.
Don't
Don't allow
This is
him to just start talking. Before you don't chop turkey finish, time don't go. Now to come enter cab, they go as back. Talk. While he's talking, you'll be hearing the autocratic part of him.
That's
You'll
where
be hearing the whatever it is that,
phrase
because the idea of saying that
comes in.
a woman has been cooking food since she has been cooking, and then she says she wants to step up. Probably the girl child in her wants to be expressed. She wants to go out. And you are insisting that she must stay back with no valid reason. It is something that you both have been going through in that 6 stupid months you were dating. Yes, you saw those things coming. So personally, I like to talk from my standpoint too. Probably because of where I was groomed up. See, you say you cannot cook. You not cook. That means you don't want job with that. That's it. Because probably, cooking is my pet peeve. I don't like cooking. I don't like it. Yeah. So now you say you don't want to cook. Sorry, okay, are you sorted out? Probably she has bought something she wants to eat. Until you can go. Because I know that there's an alternative for me. If I just order food of 3-5 now, okay, I don't chop belle food with that too. So why should I use 4-5 or 3-5 to make her stay at home when she will be back tomorrow to cook that same food? So what is the need? You saw these things coming during dating. Now you call Samuel. It's not about this thing.
Your honesty.
Yes.
But what you are saying, this is where the phrase weak women comes in. I feel should be like an advice to the audience. During relationship, talk. Because he bought you food does not mean you should now start feeling indebted. Or because you now start feeling like, what if I now ask this question? You can't do one kind. Talk!
I will
Ask
before I will ask my man a question, I will start to calculate.
Ask questions.
Thank you very much.
Honestly, I feel like women should not even take gifts while dating.
Faith.
They should be mindful of the kind of gifts they
Please,
collect.
I want to
No,
voice.
if
Sorry.
you
honest, no, to be
Sorry.
honest.
If the man brings the
No.
gift,
Yes.
you can,
Even if I
can
did-
take
even
it.
if I
Of
did
course,
not
take
ask
gifts.
for it.
Of course,
You
take
can
gifts.
take the gift.
I
Now look at this.
want
Look at
I
this.
think
ask
women should be
questions.
mindful
Yes,
of the
see.
kind
Because
of
through
gifts
his
they
response, you
collect.
will know. From there, you can know his background. From there, you know where is this person coming from.
Alright.
Of
That
course.
will bring in
See,
more
Amadin wants to
questions.
ask
That will
questions.
make you know, is this what I want to get involved in?
Exactly.
Yeah, I get.
But what she's saying in essence is that do not allow gifts to dampen your sense of
Blind
reasoning.
you.
Look at,
Men
I want
love
you to
those
see.
women.
I told somebody,
Yes,
see,
that worship
happiness.
them because
I
give you
told
something.
somebody the same thing some time ago. I said, do you know why it's good for a woman to make her money? So that when she has made her money, she cannot decide if she's marrying for love or for money. If you've made your money and you know that this guy, you know what he won't buy for me now, where be say go make me craze.
That's true.
You will not
Be able
be
to
in
make
a
your
position to
decision.
decide if you are marrying for love or for money.
That's very
See,
true.
go back to those dating things we did back in University of Benin, dating in school. You see a girl who just stick to you. She hates you. She don't like you.
Boy, they
But
call
she
it
just-
Nadia rice.
Baba!
They shop for buka.
I just tell you. If that
They'll
girl has
stick
her
with
way,
you.
making her own
Mr.
money,
Amadin, get
she
experience.
won't behave that way.
Dump you.
That's it. She won't behave that way because you as a guy, you know say you don't talk rubbish just now. You've said nonsense just now.
You go cause in my mind. You go
And you
continue.
know that nonsense is registered already. When you not start using ice cream to bribe, that is it. But that thing now, she knows who you are already.
Hmm.
That's it. So
Please, can
you
I
as a
say
woman,
something?
make
Can
money.
I say something?
Sorry, I'll allow you. This woman now, if she's buoyant financially, and somebody comes to her and she says, "I want us to talk," She says, don't buy me food, don't buy me, just buy us Coke and let's drink and let's talk. Huh? And they are drinking. Before you drink, before talk go full ground. Before you talk, then you've decided if you want to stick here.
Stick with this person, yes.
People are not understand you without being biased. There are certain men that act all good during dating, during the 6 months of dating, the 1 year of dating. Like you would see no error. And then when they are in the marriage, they begin to change. Like I have no.
Yes,
They are men.
you're not observant.
You can be observant,
Or you're
but
probably
you
living in
still don't
denial.
notice.
You never meet man.
There are men that are very.
There are men that will even do
I
introduction.
agree with you.
Men.
So how would you ask
There are
men
men
that
that
when there's
pretend
nothing
they
there
love.
to
Men
ask?
pretend
There are
they
men
love.
that
No,
if you say there is nothing there
Big
to
D,
ask,
Big D,
I
sorry.
will agree with that one. Because there is always something to ask. Because there is always something. You can go to YouTube. I was scrolling through my phone and
Now
I saw
YouTube man give
questions to
us.
ask. And I'm like, when I don't reach this level.
Of course, no.
YouTube to do that
see,
question
what-
to ask.
I think
No,
in case
what-
you don't have any
Yeah,
questions
yeah.
at all.
I meet my man and he's acting very well. Babe, do you like polygamous? No, I don't do polygamous at all. And then when in marriage, he decides to like, I was just using that to you like to have you.
Okay.
And there was not the slightest attitude I
Attitude
gave that
used.
Exactly. Yes.
Let me tell you.
Can I say
So
something?
my sister, she's about to get married, and there's this thing she did. She's doing with her fiance. It's called disaster relief. You know, she's asking you like most stupid questions ever to a man to get what the man is going to say. So one of the questions she asked was, if a bad situation happens now, like let's say she's bedridden, what is he going to do? What's the way forward? And
Personally, personally, if someone asks me that question,
I will answer to
the way I will look, you say, what we can get? I know the answer to those kinds of
those are
things.
you want
sensitive
the
questions.
bedridden?
But
Have we?
yes, there's another one question.
No,
Those
continue.
are sensitive, and your first response is your honest reply.
That's my name. Like,
I've actually done this to a guy.
Well, especially out of the blue.
Yes,
Yes.
I've done this to a guy. Impromptu, like I just asked them, if I get pregnant today, what will you do? You go put the belly. And they realize that they've said something up. They want to start sugarcoating. the
Okay.
word.
You get-
That first thing that they've said is that is a
Yeah.
honest.
Yes.
This should be
Exactly.
a strategy that ladies
Yes,
Because-
so ask them out of
Yes.
the blue.
Yes.
Don't
Yes.
just tell them no. Ask them out
They
of the
want
blue.
to feel like they're smart.
Almost.
Let us show them that
Why
white
so
women are
much?
smart.
Let's say the
Another way to
game.
catch them is the way they talk about other ladies outside.
Look at your
As a
friends.
man, you see your boyfriend is talking about this kind of.
Yes.
They are not doing Jesus.
Sorry.
So man dating.
How he
Very
talks
good.
about his
Like I
his
said-
ex.
talking
like-
about
What his ex do to
Yes.
Yes.
his
Why
ex.
you bringing up your ex conversation with your
Exactly. Like happiness said. Like
Now the
happiness
ex,
said.
now the current one asks about the
Like
ex.
happiness said.
No,
Like they
some
bring
men
up
they
their
bring
ex.
up their ex to make them to
Out of
paint
the
them
blue.
good, to
Yes.
make them look
Yes.
good.
Yes.
Make
Yes.
them
So
yes.
controlling.
All
Men
right.
are so
She
controlling.
or
Actually,
she
to make them
dated
look
a guy.
good.
or make them
He
feel less
cloned
of
my
themselves.
WhatsApp.
That one.
He cloned my
guys.
WhatsApp. There's some information that
Oh, God.
I expected him to like ask more. He doesn't. And at the end of the day, I just realized that he just wants to my WhatsApp.
Is that
Whoa.
is that from a
Yes.
place of love or insecurity?
No, what is
This
he
is-
gave his reasons.
No,
He
wait,
gave
wait.
his reasons, and to him it's valid, but it's damaging it's damaging his next relationship. He
Do
said
you,
he has
were
met
you
so many-
comfortable with that?
Yes,
I was very uncomfortable.
He has
It
met
was very
what?
creepy. He said he has
Just
had
like-
trust is very expensive.
Really?
Yes, he said trust is very expensive. That he was not using these manipulative words like,
Trying
you're
to
a woman.
gaslight you.
I because it was like courting. It was not a dating level. He has actually introduced me to blah 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 so many persons. So he used these manipulative words that if it was a woman I'm not interested in. Whether you sleep with so many men, I don't care.
Yeah.
So he wants to like.
Is that
make
point not
me-
valid
He's
enough?
trying
Is it not
to
valid
place
enough?
it in
It's not
a
valid to
pedestal
me.
that you now
It is
look
not
like,
valid
oh,
to
this
me.
man
Wait.
don't love
So are you
me.
saying that? Are you saying that men, because according to you now, it's on the courtship level. So are you saying that men that go as far as, because those kind of men they sit as security protecting you? Let me just put it that way. Wait. Now are you saying that for a man to do that
I just
is insane or is insecure?
Look at the disadvantage. I don't want to even analyze what you're saying, but if he can do that to me while we are unmarried, what is he even going to do? He may get me a touchlight and be like, "Oh, now this phone you use."
The idea of him cloning your WhatsApp.
It's very wrong.
He's
That,
very
It is
insecure.
wrong.
I don't buy that idea. But now going back to what happiness said when she said
Faith, not happiness.
Faith. When Faith said
Having
you
happiness.
can be with a man and he acts all good. No, that's not true. if this man is with you are going yes you
Hello,
are-
sir. That's very true.
no, see,
Out of experience, I'm
Baba,
sorry.
see,
Out of
see,
experience,
see.
I'll tell you, but not tell you who the person is. She has been dating this guy for a long time. This guy changed her phone, changed everything. The guy was super sweet. The guy always come and meet her in. He said he had an apartment in Lagos and he had one in Abuja. And the one that he had in Lagos, he even gave her spare key, that is come at any time. So in her mind, Omona, this guy want marry. She was okay with everything until she went to visit him. The book flight to and fro, go visit the guy for Abuja. He stepped out to buy stuff. She entered the room and she wants to be comfortable, only to see pictures of this guy with his family where they are abroad, married. So when she reached out to me, I said, Alpha, calm down, just act normal. If he cut your head for that place, bury you, nobody know where you go. You know, tell family say you travel out of Lagos. So calm down. She played normal. I just called Alpha. They need you at the office, just that kind of thing. So they need me at the office. I have to go tomorrow and everything. Now she came back to Lagos. As she got to Lagos, she called the guy and said you are and everything. So a guy can act super sweet. Guys, they use money go do introduction.
They tell you what
They go do introduction with this woman like just to be.
I feel like those are
So some guys are.
some they just most
Before I
especially
said this, I've actually been in a relationship for 9 months with a particular person. If
I
they
tried.
don't tell you that he cheats, you would not know. He acts perfect. He gives you access to his phone, his house, everything. But this guy was married, 2 kids.
Child.
You see why I'm coming in? Like,
Damn!
This thing she just said.
You don't know.
Lagos.
Don't play.
Lagos State.
Don't
When you are faced with a difficult situation like that,
yeah, you
pray.
did. Yeah.
And when I mean prayer actually works.
They play.
So let me go back. I met this guy. I was working in a cyber cafe company. So normally we usually use the company's email to receive everything. But that day there was actually a problem. So I received this information personally. This was 2022, and he kept on he took my number. He kept on persisting. I was uninterested because I left Lagos for Benin to school. So I only go to Lagos for holidays, and that's the time usually make more attempt for us to meet up. This kept on for till 2024 until I actually said yes, so let me go on a date with this guy. You know, it was so sweet. You know, he tries to even buy me with money by saying, "Oh, do you need anything? Should I use a flight to come to Benin and see?" And I was very uninterested. I didn't even entertain him until after that first date. Yes, I said actually it wasn't bad. It was actually very good, learned. It was everything a girl would actually want. He was manager of a very big company.
What's not the company?
I won't say the
When they
company.
sack 'em.
I'm not going to say the company.
When they know we be.
I started using this as a prayer point. I actually told God that He should direct me because I was actually really into this man. And after it was during fasting and prayer in church, I was praying. It was among my requests that this man I want to see his true colors. Because when you start observing things that are actually shady, you cannot pinpoint, and it doesn't make sense in your head. I was just randomly, because I like shuffling my email. I'm a virtual assistant, so I shuffled my email. And the first email I opened was from this guy. And what that email was saying is, he and his wife, it was about electricity bill that NEPA overcharged him. He explicitly stated that he moved to an estate in Lagos with his wife and 2 children. And when I saw that, I just sent him that email. I was like, is this true? And at that point, he could not deny. This was someone that kept it for 2 years. 2 good years. There was no because his family
They
was
toast you for
abroad.
2 years.
Not bad.
His
Now that
family
2 years
was
is
abroad,
big.
and it was so flawed.
If to
Not
say you
bad.
accept that first
Even
time,
that prayer was too far. I want to ask you a question. How old is the guy?
Is this year is going to be 32.
even senior
32.
age, hey,
Listen
yeah.
to me. See, do you
Sorry.
know one thing? There is a level a person will get to.
Okay.
You should now be very conscious of the fact that this person cannot be here and not be this. That he can't owing to the Nigerian culture especially. He can't be
Hello, sir.
so
Hello,
rich.
sir. We are
Those were
speaking
the
with
things that I
ladies.
suspect. Those were the
You are
things that
you
did
are
not
talking
add up.
from a
You
logical
understand?
point.
Thank you very
That did
much.
not
Thank
add
you.
up.
How can
Amadi-
you be this rich
Amadi-
and not be married
Amadi-
by this time?
Amadi,
Nothing added up.
Amadi,
It didn't
you are
make
talking
sense.
from a
See,
logical
because
point.
this
Women
guy
are emotional.
has money.
Women
And
are
also
emotional.
the
They're not gonna
position
think
is
like
right
that.
now.
But wait,
The minute you don't dey, they're emotional.
big deal.
See, even when ladies are seeing it, what will they say? Amadi, even when ladies are seeing, they'll say, "I will change him." So when it comes to all these things, just leave women.
Do you know what I mean?
won't
Do you know
change,
what- do you know what I mean?
Okay.
When you see a person like that, just do what I call questioning typology. When you see a person like this, you now start looking for questions that will fit this kind of person. You are asking him. It's just like they ask. Okay, see, if you want to marry a girl now, that is age 30, you know, go the answer a question of age 23.
Whether I don't born before, whether I don't do all those things.
You can't ask her questions of mama. But one day I will best ask you, how come
You will
you are
ask
not
now.
married at this
You
time?
have to sort
You understand?
those questions need to
Harry,
be
you
asked.
will ask him why you not married. He will
I
tell you I
asked
was waiting
him.
for the
That's-
right
you
one.
will not
Ask
I've not
questions.
said
And
that.
one of
I
them
wanted
said
to
you
leave
said,
you.
I
I'm not
want
married because
He has
I've just
not
been
had
into
the time to
commitment.
settle
You will
for any
believe,
woman.
and the one that I'm assuring that you will take. It's not like
Okay,
you're inside my
Faith,
They will tell you what you want to hear. Obviously, I don't understand.
you accept this from me. You accept this from me. You accept from see, big D. Women these days, what they now define as my man be this. Once they credit my account. You know one thing, guys these days now when love promiscuity, they start using that money to blindfold the girl consistently. Then by so doing, they're not evading conversations, solid conversations. Because now this man is in Lagos. And what are you doing in Lagos?
For you.
Open video chat, let's chat on this thing. Say no, I'm very busy. How are you now? Send me your account number. Okay, I have your account number. I'll just
imagine.
once he sends you that, it's as if you are not destabilized.
The question is that
That's
how
how
many
it works.
ladies,
That is how it
how
works
many
most time.
female, how many women
Yes.
really ask these questions
Or we choose conversation over money.
over money? Because the thing is just come outside. What are you doing today? I'm not doing anything.
That was
Can you come
why
outside?
I
Where are we
made-
going to?
That was why I made
Wait
that
now,
statement.
where are we going to?
This
If you
only
just give that
happens to
place,
women that
we
I-
start talking. From there, I've gone out with a lady that the way I was talking with the girl, we're buying things. The girl went to follow me home from that place. Just normal, come outside and let
Okay.
us just talk.
Talk.
She had to follow me home from that place. And this one I never can go out because so many but direct to this one was that this one she never even think who this guy be.
Okay.
Could this guy be a ritualist? I was just nice to her on that outing. And she had to follow me home. So the thing, as we even try to justify all these girls, how many of them really they think with their head?
True, some of them are actually very shallow.
Yeah.
Like, look at their lifestyle. So if they are like that, how can they know what they want? from
Exactly.
life?
So many women don't even know what they want. They don't know what they want.
And that is why you said I have
And that's why you keep on hearing things like you can offer nothing. Your brain is empty.
Exactly.
Because you are not doing anything.
That is why you said sorry, I'll allow you to talk. Sorry, not wait. That is I happen upbringing, especially for the female child. Upbringing, parental upbringing. If I give it to a girl child and I so much trust and love myself, I will deal with my girl child. What I mean, I don't mean all this. There's a way I'm going to see. There's a way you handle a girl child. That child will know better that there is somebody that loves me more than you can. Yes, exactly. And why that matters is because actually see when you put a child in a precarious situation where she now becomes excessively needy, that thing dampens how a person thinks. This man keeps on pumping. He sends this. Baba, you've already seen husband, father, grandfather, great grandfather in one man already. That's what is left. That is that I said earlier. When a girl is just coming out from suffering, a home of pain and that's lack. The first thing she should do is poverty alleviation. Going to look for a means to make money for herself. You know why? If she jumps into a relationship with me, she's going to come out from it. You know why? You cannot define what you want of a man if you don't have your own money.
Mr. Amadin, that's why I said that. I said it that women, especially ladies, when you are dating a guy, in fact, be extra cautious of the kind of gifts you accept. If possible, don't, because me as a person, I'm not sure I've actually accepted anything from any guy, to be honest.
Okay.
Because I have this belief that nothing goes for nothing. I'll be very honest with you. I have that belief because that was how my dad brought us up. If he's giving you this, he will tell you explicitly, this is why I'm giving you. If he's paying your school fees, my dad will tell you, I'm paying your school fees because I want you to do this, do that. I want to be above average. If you're not above average,
Exactly.
there was a time we thought it was like normal parental this thing. thing. There was a time my daddy did not pay my brother's school fees, not because he did not have the money, but because he said my brother did not deserve him paying his school fees. So I've been brought up with that mindset that you have to deserve something to get it. So I cannot be dating somebody that is trying to blind me or brainwash me with gifts. It's not possible. I will not even take the gift.
You know the reason we have so many women that cannot speak up for themselves is because they have collected too many gifts and they cannot even say no.
Exactly.
So let us now go back. Are we not saying that we prefer the modern marriage to the ancient marriage?
It's freedom.
Well, what I'm saying, there's the good part of modern marriage, there's the good part of ancient marriage. We should try and combine it
I'm
together.
sorry, sorry. I want to say this.
There were some good parts.
The women. Sorry, I want to say this clearly. Now. The women of the past, the ancient marriage, they were not submissive. Sorry,
Thank
they
you.
were actually
Men has never
subjugated.
actually
women.
been submissive.
No, listen.
Yes.
What?
They
They
were
were
they were subjugated. They were not submissive.
That's the only advantage.
Give a woman money. Let her be independent. If she still respects that submission, not taking money from her and she not having a means of survival of her own, definitely she's bound to submit because now she leans on you or she survives on you. Those days, those people, they had no money. Those women of those days, they had no money. They had no means of survival for themselves. They leaned on their husbands, so they were bound to submit. That was subjugation, not submission. So now these days now, where a woman is not having wears, she's not having this one. You see the CEO, Kala. No, see those kind of things. You can't subjugate a woman that has some having wears.
But they are still wonderful billionaires, female billionaires,
For the expectation of some men.
and they are submissive.
Yes, they are.
They are submissive. So what do they know that the normal upcoming CEO, female CEO, what is it that those billionaires know that this CEO or this upcoming CEO know? Personality.
Yes, it's personality. As a guy, you are dating this girl.
No, women.
You
I'm
see,
talking about women
you are
now. What is it that those submissive female billionaires know that all these other normal?
That's what I'm saying. I said personality, and thank you. It's a
And then
submissive
if I'm being
person.
submissive to you, you're not valuing it, bro. I'll just
Even most women,
Exactly. Yes, that's it.
because
It's reciprocity. Yes.
they would leave you. They would not tolerate it because they are built to submit to you. They cannot change it. They cannot decide, I'm going to be nonchalant now because this man is nonchalant. No, the best thing they can do is just separate themselves from you because that's how they are built. They are built to submit to you. Whoever is not built to submit to you, there's nothing you can do about it. If you know you like a submissive woman, then go for a submissive woman. Don't take a free-spirited lady and try to break her and bend her and build her and shaping her into what you want.
Exactly.
That's so wrong.
That's true. And look at this.
Very wrong.
Is it not a sin? It's not bad for a woman not to even be submissive.
See, no,
You
see.
can be free spirited, break
For
am.
that
sorry,
woman,
sorry.
this is the first time we agree with him.
Yes.
This is the first time
concerning
women
his
are supposed to be
question,
submissive. Yes, women are supposed to be
But concerning his
submissive.
question, where how did this billionaire CEO women learn to be submissive? We can all agree that a lot of things we've learned in our life that did not come from home training, because we can differentiate what is good and what is right. And some of all these people, we can also trace it back to good family. Maybe they grew up in a home where there is a mother and father loving each other, and they grew up like that. And I know so many ritual. I have cousins. They are very key. Like, as big as that house, the nannies don't get into the kitchen. I'm talking about the typical Urobo home. And
Wow.
yes, they cook like from morning to, I know weekends, they cook like from morning to evening, and on Sunday then they start labeling to store in the freezer. They actually cook.
That's home training.
That is home training. So they grew up that way. And there's some rich people too that maybe in their early years they don't really dispense money to them like that. Maybe whatever you need, you ask and you get it. They don't really get the availability of money where they can lavish and spend as they like.
I'll ask this
No,
question.
sorry. She said free spirited women. Now that we have courtship. In a courtship or in a dating process, you are talking to a free spirited woman. Now spirit, not be this thing. You are not perceiving her spirit in what she says.
But
She's telling you that I can't enter the kitchen. You say the joke.
I just tired.
I don't understand
It
you.
is a prank.
This somebody is true because
It's not a
I've seen somebody
Yes.
dancing before and they thought I was joking. I was like, it's not that I don't know how to cook, but I don't really like.
In courtship,
It's
you
not
get
my
cannot wash your
hobby.
clothes.
It's not my hobby.
You say
I
what
will not
Is it a
marry
prank?
you.
You cannot
I will
make that
not marry
wash
you
your
clothes for
and sit down
But
and
there are actually
care
men
about you.
that would accept when you tell them
You get.
not cook. They will accept when you're
Yes, see, understand me. See,
But when they
why,
get, they want
why,
to bend
no,
you.
see,
I just
that's
said
the
I don't
problem.
think you are
Why
joking.
she says
That's
that?
insane.
Why she
Funny.
says that? You don't count out a question. Then if you don't cook, how are you going to eat?
Dubai.
Dubai. Then at that point, you are not see like you both are not coming to a compromise.
You get.
Like, okay, we both have money. I like you. We both have money. Maybe you're employed.
It's not.
You're
Let's
employed.
employ
Let's
him
employ.
and all.
Now,
you get.
Now, a free-spirited woman now has a place where she can remain free-spirited. Now, being free-spirited is not bad. But personally, God give me the money. The kind of life I want to live. I don't want to be holding broom to sweep my house. I don't want to be all these things. Say, my mom tries to afford me. Whenever I go home, my mom tries to afford me. Amadi, this thing you know, get you know they sweep ground, you know they look because you don't build. You know, I don't hope to find a home or to build a house or a family whereby I now still have to be holding broom to sweep the house. If I find a wife who does not like that too, and God help us, we have money, why should she be sweeping the house? Why can't there be a nanny? Sorry, if she's secured enough to allow a nanny be at home to sweep the house.
What do you mean if she's secure enough? Are you going to play
Alleged-
shady? Are you going to
allegedly.
play shady with nanny?
Allegedly.
Phenomenal.
Okay,
Okay,
you
I
said
get.
in your words, right? You wouldn't like to hold broom, sweep the house, and all. And if your wife happens to be that kind of a person, you still wouldn't agree to that, right? But in doing that, it's not going to affect the children. It's definitely going to affect the children.
Sorry, I want to get this thing.
Because it's what they call
across
home
straight.
training.
Like
Home
what?
training.
Like-
Look at this.
Okay.
Nanny is to serve you because you feel that your portion do not allow you cope with this thing anymore. It's just like you can't expect a GO to still be polishing his shoe. It doesn't make sense now. It doesn't make sense at all. Your pursuit will not allow you what? Go down to start sweeping. Now, nannies are for you, not for the children. It gets to a point where your child is now of age. You discard nannies. Then let them take up these duties. That is it. So nanny should no longer wash plates. Junior, once you come out from school, enter kitchen and
Okay,
wash.
so you're saying
That
that
is it.
you can entrust, what's it called now? You can entrust that the care of your children to nannies. But you know that in our society right now, we've
I
heard
never
about
said to. Let's say you can entrust the care of
Somehow,
children.
that's what
you
just said
implied.
indirectly.
indirectly.
Okay, now society
Why-
not having
why they are
outside.
when they are
nannies
growing.
are
Yeah.
cleaning, your children are supposed to be paying attention to whatever the nanny is doing. If she's washing the plates, they should be there
Till they're of age.
till they're of age.
Yeah, that's
Possible.
what you said.
Exactly, that's not
Okay.
bad. Exactly,
So
yes.
But you know, but in our society these days, like a lot of stories I've heard talking about nannies, in the absence of parents, they do all sort of things.
The nanny will go
No.
employ no go do anything
So
with my pikin.
how can you cope with a thing like that? You
not
bring
what
it
sense?
because
They're not born away.
you're bringing
Oh,
in
there
a
are some things
nanny,
that
right?
cannot just
That's
happen
not like a
around our
stranger.
space, you know,
And you
stuff.
entrust the care of your children into that nanny. But it's unfortunate that we can't really. I don't know. I'm just saying
Sorry,
because of things I've heard.
I want to drive.
Amadi, no, you
I
said
want-
something
I want,
that if your
What
wife
nannies
will be
do to
okay enough to
children.
allow a nanny,
Like,
someone like her cannot
no,
be okay
I want to
enough
see
to
where-
allow a nanny.
because it's something I can do.
I want to go. I want to go back to her now. I want to go back to her.
Okay.
Now you said if that's because we have bad nannies, right?
Yeah,
Now look at
a
something.
lot of them.
One thing I've realized
Okay, a lot.
over time,
Okay.
when you see a bad nanny, she's badly taken care of. When you see a girl taking care of your child and she's being wicked to your children, you the parent. Check well.
Some people are
You,
naturally
the parents,
wicked.
Yeah, people are naturally
they send her errands anyhow. They talk to her anyhow.
No,
See,
sir,
I want you to see.
that's
Wait, see.
not
No, on a very
sense.
large scale is correct.
Yes, now.
On a very large scale. So they want to, they cannot beat the parents. So you are going to deal with your pikin.
Sorry, look at. If
So
I
how
pick,
then do
sorry,
you
wait,
entrust your
sorry, wait,
children?
look at. If I pick
Okay.
this girl as a nanny, huh?
Okay.
And while she's in my house, as they cook, I says, you can eat as much as you want to. I don't go sleep. Oh. I'm building a rapport with her. We are being friends.
Yeah.
My wife too, friends to her. This one. With time, she starts seeing those children as her children. Probably one day, the child then says, but wait, the child then pours something on the floor, and this woman is about to clean, and I say, no, and I tell her something like, why do you not slap him when you saw him? See, you are trying to make her know that she owns this child too, that she has a role to play in this child. Most of these nannies that you see for us, it's only their story you come to hear outside. They are being wicked in their they are being molested in the homes where they
Just imagine where your child go and report nanny. In the presence of the child, you're not beating the nanny.
Imagine
when you leave, that child go collect.
I understand what you're saying, Mr. Maji, but you need to clearly understand that there are some that are
Those ones, those
it
ones.
depends on where you actually
Phenomenal
get them
queen.
from.
Do you know that some nannies they get
Because
assaulted by the
nannies
children?
from agency.
Why is your child slapping the nanny? Why is he using his toys to hit the nanny?
And you are there.
And you are okay with it, and you're being like,
Because
oh,
children
sorry,
like
now
that
small
are
picking, now small
sports.
picking. It's not from
You know, sand is small picking come over here.
If a child
Don't
is
you
disciplined,
think that
you won't
as
be
a
able to do
parent,
anything like that.
you are
too.
comfortable?
Do you understand?
Some children
They're
they
not
spit in their nanny's face.
Yeah, I know.
Don't you think as a parent you are comfortable while somebody else is taking care of your children? Don't you think that parent has failed?
No. No.
Sorry, see,
People been to
like
Lagos.
like
I
I said,
know. Have you been to Lagos?
It's a question.
Have you been to my city? Hakuna Matata. You go know.
I just tired because
like I said
wait
earlier.
You have to leave the house as early as 3-4. And you
taking
see,
care of that
you now
children,
say,
watching over them, being able to build a bond with the children, and also being able to observe some certain attitude, puberty.
Yes,
There are some bad characters that will start when they are growing up, and you need to kill that attitude
Success.
immediately.
Success.
Yes, to become a character.
Success. Wait, success.
There are some parents that they can't help it.
Faith.
let's talk from the point of logic. If you're working, maybe you're doing a 9 to 5 job, and then you go out, come back before coming. Maybe you're doing a virtual
9 to
work to
9.
come back 9 to 5.
Still 9 to 9.
Okay, 9 to 9, something like that. Before you get to the house, maybe with the traffic in Lagos, before you get to the
In
house,
Lagos,
you're
it's 4 to
already
12.
exhausted. And then you're carrying your child, baby, let me come and start checking. What did you feed today? You
There's no
can't
time.
do that. That's why
Of course.
you're working. Since you can afford a nanny, you employ a nanny to take care of your child.
you.
And then once in a while, you could still call your child like, oh, hope you're doing okay. How? Let me see your
Weekends.
results.
Weekends.
Yeah, okay,
You
no
don't
problem.
feel
I
that
understand
way.
that. I understand
sorry,
that there are parents that are
Okay.
working, like they work almost every time they are working, and they cannot neglect their work because of their children. It's not
Yes.
possible.
Yeah, but at the end of the day,
At the end of the day,
I'm sorry. Sorry, continue. Sorry.
you continue.
Continue at the end of the day.
Okay,
Sorry.
sorry. At the end of the day, it's not just bringing in any kind of any person into your home.
There is a place to check
Obviously
those
not
ones. There's a
now.
place to
Like,
check
I'm
those
not
You have
bringing
to
ones.
be.
anybody.
You have to be.
So that was not even, that's not what we were talking about.
You have to be
There are
careful,
systems
Okay,
to
fine.
actually check
To
them.
check those
so
things,
that's
yeah.
not a.
After the system,
There are companies
and
now.
after
Yes,
the system,
the agency.
see,
Yes,
sorry,
there are
sorry,
companies
see,
where you
nobody
order,
actually
you
married
talk
a
to
bad
them
wife, passive. Nobody really married a bad wife.
Exactly.
Nah, they marry bad wife.
Why the wife came in? No, bad wife full everywhere. I know, Sha. But sometimes a good woman can come to your house. Your behavioral disposition will make her a bad woman.
Yeah.
So what? Same thing applies to
Exactly.
nannies. You can bring in a good nanny. She tells you, oh God, I beg no vessel. But if you see like extra 2K for you, it's something you can afford.
Get out!
Get out! I'm not pay you.
I never pay you.
And this is the woman you will leave
Yes.
your
Your children, you get mine though.
I swear.
You get mine though.
I understand that somebody that leave your children for, you should take care of the person very
Oh,
well.
yeah.
It's more like a
I-
policeman. You have to pay him
Like
very
a
well so that he
person.
can. Because if someone is that you put your security in his hand. But then do we agree that all these things it has some disadvantage?
Depends.
Everything that has advantage.
No. See, it depends. There are some nannies that even when the child grows up, he will go back and look for that nanny and say, this woman took care of me.
In rare cases.
See, Sika
So
can
it's-
end the nation.
You have to meet.
What is it?
See, Sika can end the nation.
What's that?
You don't know them. This family that is in
Okay.
Dubai, they bring in kind of nannies.
A nanny. Probably is a grown-up woman, right?
Yes.
Now is that the vetting matters. The vetting matters, and mode of introduction matters. Don't introduce the nanny to the child as now she go dey pack your shit
As a
to,
worker.
right? As a worker.
Or a slave.
Integrate the nanny into these things here come. Integrate nanny into your family, and while both of you are away, nanny is allowed to give him slap if you two can give him slap. Authority must be there.
Level of authority.
Do you know why I'm saying this thing? Because why that thing is happening, it means that there is still a system of discipline even in your absence.
That slap can be that slap can be my dad now.
Can be scolding.
My dad is the kind of person that he will not want to see mark on a child's body.
Yes.
So he used to say, if you want to beat my child, even in school, his palm or his bum bum.
Yes. Or
So
yes.
all those things you can discipline this child. But that doesn't even call it beating. He said discipline. You can discipline this child, but it has to be more. Everything has to be moderate. Yes, it has to be moderate.
Don't allow a woman. See, that issue is when you now not that you as a mother, after zuzuing, after moving up and down, after you now come home, this nanny shouts at this baby.
You not slap
Leave there!
Why will you touch my
And you then
my
you don't
son?
carry your big mouth.
No, see, if the parent now this is an advice to even people that have nannies in the house. If as a parent you allow your nanny you give that your nanny
To
that
own the
free hand
child.
to discipline your child, you have to be in constant communication with that your nanny, with that nanny. So even after she has done that to you, she will call you and say, I just did this stuff and all those stuff where you can monitor everything that is happening. You understand? So nothing. So when you even come back and the child want to be a child,
Yes.
Mommy beats me. You say, what did you do?
Exactly.
So the child will not even fuck up.
Big D.
And also you should
I know you have an issue with that slap thing.
handle a nanny. Like a guy will handle his girlfriend. You can be coming from work and you buy
Alright.
a gift.
Yeah.
You buy a
Yes.
gift. All those things, they register.
I
there.
think I understand. Like, I understand.
Yeah,
where
we are
you
actually
guys
deviating. The
coming from.
cocoa is that
Yes.
now with everything we've said, aside from faith, do you ancient marriage, modern marriage, which would you prefer?
I prefer modern marriage.
You be faith, you be ago. Oh Jesus!
So aside from
everything
faith.
Starting from faith.
Okay.
Yes.
The ancient marriage was more of a transaction. Yes, like your father could just marry you off to anybody without your preference. You don't even have a choice. But the modern marriage, you can pick.
But you see this love that you want to marry because of
Hey.
love, you will still fall out of love.
That is where friendship comes in. If you're dating a person, you should date somebody
You
you
will
like.
fall out of love. That friendship will die first.
Marriage
And you
is
will
really
come back
not
again,
tied
but it will
on
die
love.
first.
Marriage is really not tied on love. You should know that.
No,
You should be your friend.
Okay.
You that even when you fall out
Allow
of
her
love,
to-
you like this person as a friend. You guys can communicate. It doesn't have to be about love because everybody falls out of love at some point.
But
And then you have to start finding
I have a
love.
friend.
Wait.
I have a friend that went to date. She said, "Big D, you have been my friend for a long time." I said, she be they say friendship friend before. He said, "No, we have been friends. I cannot see you as anything more than a friend."
Yeah,
So
yeah.
which kind?
Friend zoned already.
Yes,
Friend zone.
okay.
There are some
Yeah.
persons that they friend, they just love you since this person. We can't have anything romantic.
Exactly.
I have that kind
This
of
person
person.
is just
Never.
friends and friends.
Friends.
But now they
You
thought say,
cannot date.
but you people say we
No
should start from
romance.
friendship. Now we
No,
want to start from friendship now.
It's not like it's not like you have to.
friends.
Lovers should be friends. She just said it.
That's
Lovers
just it. Lovers has to be friends.
It is not just about love because if love.
Well, no, while I
You
faith.
know apart
And
from that
Biggie,
friendship,
sorry,
wait.
Biggie, sorry. One people don't see understand is this. You know why this friendship for the choke person?
Yeah.
You will not be a friend with a girl for 6 months, 10 months. When after 2 months of friendship, you ought to have made whatever it is that is your intention.
Exactly.
Now,
you are doing
Ari,
6 months.
now I Ari
friendship.
2 years. You know talk the boy yes so the boy can go born outside now. He say the boy big yes.
Child is 4.
I just said the man has
Okay, 4.
Yes.
Okay, that means if
He probably even lied about his age because I cannot. I'm still finding it hard to believe that.
Okay, I thought maybe
Exactly, that's it.
So you should really actually, if his first child is about 4,
That boy
should
try,
be
oh.
35.
But
no wahala. So Faye, you say you prefer love, prefer modern
It's actually
marriage.
very
Ari,
modern.
Success.
I'll choose the modern marriage
Ah.
because the ancient marriage, the ladies and women they had no say. They were more like puppets. They didn't go to school.
In the chessboard.
They were just like you have to do this whether you like it or not. This is what you do.
like they are an
Do you
object.
understand? Like we weren't made as
But
human
did
beings.
that formula work back then? Back then, did it work?
Like I said, you have no
destiny.
destiny.
Did it work? Now wait, let me make something known. since they don't dey allow woman make decision for even in Nigeria, everything don dey scatter.
Excuse you.
Hey.
You see this he just
You
said.
should
It
be
shows that you are
rubbish.
belittled.
No, don't do that.
That is what you are doing.
I'm
You
still
let me just say Asian man. See the one oh. Na
I
Debbie.
say
I lie, yo.
Asian man.
No, I have sisters. I have
Your character. You know, out of the abundance of
One
house,
house.
you are who you are. You are who.
No problem.
You know,
Please, sorry.
Oh yeah, one house, Amadi.
One
One house, Amadi.
One house. One house.
Wait.
See, a million and one time I would choose modern marriage.
Okay.
Why? See, how will I put this now? I still go back to thinking. Imagine having an Obi Ezekwesili as your wife at home. You see, that thing cannot get up my mind. Having a woman like Obi Ezekwesili as your wife at home.
You to fantasize that.
Baba, see,
Imagination.
that is the only thing I can see as an achievement with a woman. Since begin. Yes.
Value classy and
I
sophisticated.
I value it like this thing.
Take them to any
What do
place
you
and
mean?
you are very confident.
I tell you.
Your wife will not
continue.
follow
I
you.
will wear
continue.
suit and follow her
Sucess.
anywhere.
Please continue.
That woman, see, do you know what it means to in the past? All you know is that they are dummies for me.
Yes.
Yes.
My question is, did that formula work? Yes or no?
Baba,
Did it work in societal family?
that formula did not work because that was more of human subjugation.
Yes.
That was the death of womanhood.
They did not have a right
Please continue.
in the ancient marriage.
I'm not
You
gonna say I
will
want-
just- you will just come back home, and the next thing you will hear is they are
No,
getting
yes.
married. Who am I getting married to? One old woman that is even older than the man.
What if the man is not old? What if he's not old?
But it's somebody that you do not want. You know who knows? Somebody you do not want. It's somebody there are other things that are attached. If you want to go deep into this all this arranged marriage.
But you know they see if it's that one. If it's that one, they still do that one in modern
I
time.
have something to say.
Arranged marriage, yes.
So
They
I
still
want
do
to
it
say
in modern
something.
time. No, okay.
Sorry. Personally, I feel like it worked to an extent. That's in the ancient days because
Yes, now.
the rate of divorce, cheating, and all wasn't the case then.
Then
compared to
that was
right
the
now.
put you like this. You cannot.
It will not true because there was no DNA per se. You would see if you really check it
No,
out.
no
If
be
you
lie.
check all those 33, 34, if you check it out, majority of them those are not their fathers. But now you're more exposed to do some testing.
technology.
You're more like there's camera in the house to know if your wife left the house some minutes ago. That's why you feel it work.
Even social media wasn't
It
there
didn't.
that time.
They just did not know.
So the earlier we understand that times have changed, the better.
No
for
problem.
us.
Ifechi.
So I would definitely.
Ifechi.
I will go with modern law.
Don't be more love. We talk. Oh.
Modern marriage now.
I do like love for this. I love.
Because I'd rather marry a man that will be friends to than marry a man that will be slave to.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
yeah.
What makes you think if you were given to a man that this is your husband, the man will not love you?
I'm not
Will you
talking
love him
about
back?
that, but I'm
It's
slave
not
to
love.
him.
Will you love him back?
You will love him
is
back.
like
Though. I know you will love
gambling.
him back.
It's
Yes,
you're gambling your life.
Yes.
And after you bring someone into your home, you know the risk involved. That I give you my heart and let you reign over my life. It's a risk. I need to know you.
Yes.
I need to know you.
No
need to-
problem.
Who are you? Where you
Solid
Fortune.
point.
You already know the answer from the beginning. Modern marriage
Modern.
because I can't take shit. Me in the time give you food. No, I would not do it. I
Where
would
women are
never.
seen as
Where women are
You
controlled
don't need
like
that.
two.
You don't need to agree to your husband. Make what? Sorry.
Sorry.
I know better than man. Calm down. You do not need to agree to your husband. Make
You
what?
will not say,
But see, what I think is that
How are you doing today?
what I think is that
Say me, a person, if woman kneel down.
you don't understand. What I think is this. What I think is this. If there's a friendship, there's a friendship friendly tie already. Okay, now who do you prefer? A woman, a sophisticated woman wakes up and kisses you instead of kneeling to greet you. Which one is preferred?
A sophisticated woman.
Personally, you.
Someone like Ngozi Iweala. That kind of woman is my wife.
You can't kneel down.
She don't kneel down, give me I'm meant.
This is the problem.
My wife. This is my wife. This is my wife.
Can I say something, please?
Because if I do not even permit her, wait, if I do not permit her to not even amount to that kind of that kind of height.
Yes.
Wait,
So I now allow that.
Can I
She's
say
not
something?
like a woman.
Can I say something?
But things have changed though, because
Wait,
people, because
Biggie.
people don't even use sex to greet themselves in the morning. No, things have
Eh,
changed.
yes, now.
Civilization,
Wait,
things
wait,
have really
wait.
changed.
Wait, can I say
Don't
something?
Biggie, wait,
Don't
hold
use
on.
sense of
Reason I
this.
said
Kneel down. Kneel down.
Now,
Greet
Biggie,
me.
Let me say
Biggie,
something.
wait.
Bless you.
Can I say something? This is the reason I tell ladies, put yourself first.
Exactly.
Okay, because
Put
you need that,
yourself
not put yourself
first. You
first.
know why?
Exactly.
He's being very selfish right now.
Hey!
You are being very selfish. You do not care about what the woman is feeling. Afa says she need that for you.
Okay.
You are being
Let us do
very,
it like
very
this.
selfish.
Let us do it like
Okay,
this.
please, I want
Let us
to
do it like this.
You
Let us
are
do it
being
like
very
this.
something.
a woman.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's clap. Let's do it like this.
Big deal.
In my home, they'll be doing morning devotion. That morning devotion must kneel down. So she must kneel down first.
Wait,
before I kneel
Big,
down.
I
So
want to say
already-
something.
already collect
I
my
want
own.
to say something.
Biggie, so
Wait, hold on.
Yes,
So
you
already
guys
collect my
are
own, kneel down.
men.
Now,
Very
Biggie,
manipulative.
wait, hold on.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
phenomenal.
submission shouldn't always have to be that the woman kneels down.
She has to kneel down.
Wait,
She has
wait,
to.
wait.
That kneel down is
Wait, hold on.
That's
Now calm down, Big D.
No, yes, so that's why I say
Wait, wait,
these are men.
Wait,
These are
hold on.
men.
Wait, now. Wait,
These
Allow-
are
kneeling
men.
down.
Sorry,
Sit
allow her, allow
Like
her.
kneeling down is not bad, but it goes beyond that. You could literally you wake up in the morning, you can kiss your husband.
She kneel down
Seven
first.
breakfast
You for those ones.
That's
Kneel
still a
down
form of
first.
As my
submission.
Lord and personal Savior,
So
I should
don't
be
mean
that
I am
for
your
your
Lord.
God.
I'm not your Lord.
Which Lord? Are you the one that created me?
Don't
Which
do
Lord?
No, fine.
As my Lord and
Sorry,
personal
If you
Savior.
want your Lord.
I will not. You are not my Lord. Now marry you, marry me. I found out. See, when they pay with my bride, they can change you. You fuck up your way. So I don't understand. What kind of thing is that one?
Oh yeah, calm down. Calm down.
Wait, sorry.
I want you to calm down.
Tradition works.
But you
They're
said
very toxic.
you kneel down to serve them.
I'm not a robot.
And she wake up. Me,
Yes,
done.
yes.
A girl child growing up, I'll start telling my girl child, as they grow, your husband, they need to serve am. Like you start telling them when they grow up, the logic is already in them that they have to serve their husband. The mission on earth is to serve their husband. So I don't know, and they say women work. Like when I went to Warri, I saw a lot of women doing blog. I was like, why do you do
Jesus.
that kind of
Yes, bro.
I told you, women, they are very hard working
Wait,
than the
bro,
men.
like-
I told you, they're the careless men. I grew up men. They push you back. You see woman, they drive
was just
keke.
sitting down
In Delta, that's why.
Instead he's doing that,
Not
and then
woman
he's
is
drinking
my love is not pushing with
You
sticky.
don't
They
go
are
shop.
greeting the gods. They will
Are
turn
you
their
sure?
gene inside. They are greeting their ancestors.
Are you sure?
Everybody.
No, that's
Women, they carry
most
on
laws.
but it works for them.
Yes.
It works for them because it was their tradition. They grew up to it. They understood it was what was meant to sustain
Yeah.
their husband. I don't know. But
Okay, like they work for the man.
yes,
As
the,
is the
the
law.
husband is just to be a wife.
They will just sit down, give
That's very
the
sarcastic.
pregnant, and the woman will be the one to go to the farm, uproot cassava,
See,
do gari, sell gari,
shaking your
transport
mouth.
the gari.
Are you hearing it from
At the end of the
what
day-
women go through.
at the
You
end of
know
the day,
I've seen
not-
a woman that sponsored everything, everything, and the
Hey.
see, at the end of the
No, how we are.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
At the end of the day, not
Me,
every
eh.
man is worth being like submissive to.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, you will be rubbish.
like this is your man,
You
yes.
understand?
Eh,
You
me
don't
and
feel
what?
yourself.
Me and what? Be submissive to. No go talk that one.
From the way you're
Yeah,
talking,
I
I
understand
understand
that.
that.
Men
Me
are
and
actually
I
worth
understand that
it.
men have pride, yeah? But
That pride, you have to
don't
romance that
feed on
pride.
it.
Let
Don't
me.
feed on that pride.
That pride.
Kneel down
Because
first.
it's
But
always
sorry,
been
but,
very
but,
strange.
Now, if we go, but now, personally, I think submission is very easy to get. If you are loving to her, easier to submit. I mean, like,
All right,
yes.
all right, all right, all right, all right. Talk nation. We might be. We might be.
That is if you don't take it for granted.
No, I'm taking for.
We might
Sometimes
be.
Give me a reason to be
granted.
We might be.
Automatic.
We
But I
might
learned
be.
that women like men that are.
You give him a small freedom now. When you know. Well.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for staying till this hour watching this episode with us. We have a lot of things to say, as you can see, we're serious in our hands and everything. But we hope to have a part 2 of this section and having a professional in our midst for us to really question and make you guys, our viewers, understand everything that we're trying to say at this hour. Thank you very much. We love you. And this is Talk Nation.
Please subscribe.